Good morning, everyone. It's episode 2. Happens to also be day 2, but in the interest of us not having to upload a video every day, we're just going to call it episode 2, and we'll let you know what day it is anyway when we start the day off. But we've pretty much got up early. Right now it is 7:20 in the morning, packed up. Haven't had a shower or anything, pretty much. As you could probably tell, I'm wearing the same clothes that I was wearing yesterday. So, but where we stayed last night was an absolutely ripping place. It was really nice, you know. It was just good to talk to the locals, you know. They're lovely people. It's just, I guess, people from the country are a bit different to what I'm used to, people in the city. I'm not saying there's anything wrong with people in the city, but, you know, they just seem a bit friendlier, you know, the people. It was really good. So anyway, maybe we were a bit merry because we had a few beers as well. Maybe that's the case. But, so it was Carrington that we stayed at last night, and this is, I guess, the start of the main strip of their township where there's shops and there's a general store, there's a pub, as in every township has a pub. If you look at that window there, can you see it through the window? Yep, that's the pub. And you'll notice there's a lot of sandstone in South Australia. There's lots of sandstone in South Australia, and it's absolutely, all the buildings in here, a lot of the buildings are so cute, and you know, like they were been made a long time ago. When I say a long time ago, it wasn't hundreds of years ago, because Australia is not that old a country. But we'll go through and we'll video and show you some of the houses and the way they were built, and just how cute this little town is. We had to walk through it earlier, so we know what to expect. But yeah, it's worth having a look at, and I think that you'll enjoy it. So I'll hand the phone back to Melissa, and she can sort of like hang the phone out the window while I drive through. And we'll do a bit of audio. We'll talk. Melissa might want to talk about. You want to talk about what we see?
Yeah, if there's anything worth talking about, yeah.
There's lots of rabbits. You've noticed, the dog actually chased a rabbit and come back. She wouldn't come back. It's far away from you.
Yeah.
Look at this old architecture. Can you face just past me? Look at that wall, you know.
The quality of the workmanship's amazing, isn't it?
It's beautiful. It's the old pub there. Absolutely beautiful. And this is older house here. Looks like, I don't know, I would imagine no one lives there. I might be wrong. But
take the next left onto Murray Street.
It'd be a great little project, I think, you know. Not that I'm that way inclined, but I'm sure Melissa would love to get her hands on that.
Yep. Yeah. This is a cute little house here too.
Yeah.
Would have been a shop in its day, I reckon, of some sort, or blacksmiths or something.
Yeah.
This is a nice one too. Sorry for the camera work, but that's pretty. Cute.
This is Murray.
I don't know, to be honest.
It's telling me to go this way.
Where is it?
That's where we come from.
In 300 metres, turn right onto East Terrace.
We can't even follow the bloody GPS instructions. What's this? Church. There's always a church. Cute little old building. Needs a bit of work. Got to consider the van on the back. You know, our van's not massive, so I feel sorry for other people that bloody looks like there's a car waiting for us to come across as well, so we'll come and we'll do our thing. But yeah, when you go around these bends, you'll be careful. This is the river.
Okay, so we left Carlington this morning, and we hung the camera out of the car and showed you a bit of gave you a bit of an experience of what Carlington's like, I guess, looking at some of the local real estate and some beautiful homes there.
Gorgeous.
And then the day didn't go to plan. As you can probably tell, the sun's on its way down, so it's actually been about 10 hours since we last posted. We took some photos, and you'll see some of these photos that we'll see that Melissa's taken some on the way here. But we got to Port Augusta, which is past Adelaide. We drove through Adelaide.
Gorgeous through there, wasn't it? Down the hills.
Adelaide's beautiful town, yes, very nice. Neither of us have been there before, but some of the buildings and the sandstone buildings and the parklands through there, and it was just beautiful. And then we headed off, and then we went to ended up at Port Augusta. It was a big day. We was going to do a big day today. We was going to do probably a 9 or a 10 hour day by the time we stopped, and had lunch and whatever else to go where we were going.
Which we were well prepared for, weren't we? To then have 2 days rest.
Yeah. Where were we going?
Talia Caves, but Streaky Bay is pretty much where it is.
Yeah, Streaky Bay, which is, like the next stop after that would be like we're pretty much on the
Sejuna.
Sejuna, which is like the start of the Nullarbor heading west, so they pretty much start.
Yeah.
I won't check my phone while I'm doing this.
No.
So we got past Port Augusta, and we were heading towards Kimber. Kimber's just happens to be the name of our dog, but also it's a town, and they're saying, I think it's like halfway, Kimber, but it can't be halfway.
Doesn't seem it, does it?
Can't be halfway, because we've only done 1,200k, I reckon, 1,100k. So,
maybe to the border.
Anyway.
Yeah.
There's a sign though around here somewhere that says it's halfway across the country, but anyway. We're probably 100k out of Kimber, heading towards Kimber, and Melissa's looked across at my gauges and said, "Oh shit, the temperature gauge is high." And I've looked down, and my temperature gauge on my car is always about a third from the bottom, and it's always there. It's never moved off that. Well, I've had that car for 20 years and it hasn't moved, but shit, I pulled over. I guess panic set in a little bit because I'm not the most mechanically minded. I can do things like change oil on the car, and I can change the oil filter, but I know obviously what keeps the engine cool, and it's like fans and coolant, and
we can work our way around an engine, but we don't know how to troubleshoot per se, do we?
Yeah, and also, I must admit, I tend to panic a little bit when those sort of things go. And you don't think straight. Sometimes you don't think straight. And Melissa said later on it would have made for some great content if she had got a camera out and shoved the camera in my face. But I don't know if that would have gone down too well.
Oh, it would have been good. You did well. You did well.
But we eventually got going again. The first time it stopped, we didn't really do anything, but we just I think we just let the engine cool down and then just sort of started again. But I didn't want to lift up the cap, take the cap off, because I was concerned about someone getting burnt or something. So
I think we were just inspecting everything, making sure there was no obvious leaks and all that sort of stuff.
So in the end, we ended up going down to. Went on a bit further. We went down another 15k, and we decided we'd just go a little bit slower. We didn't push it too hard. Like, we're towing a lot. We got a lot of gear in the back of the car, and then we decided that we'd all of a sudden overheated again. And then stopped. This time we've taken the cap off. Took all the precautionary measures. Had rags and things in case it spurt, but it didn't spurt, and that was good. And then we looked like it was a bit low, so we filled it up. All we had was water. We didn't have any coolant as such. We just had water. We just topped it up with water and then started it up, and off we go. And we thought we'd fixed it. 20 minutes later, overheating again. Shit, stopped again. This time, taking the cap off, it was under a lot of pressure, a lot of heat. It was very hot, and it ended up
and ended up spurting everywhere.
It's a mess under there, isn't there?
Yeah, and then we got the engine running, and we filled it up with water with the engine running, hoping that the thermostat would open up and there'd be more, like it could accept, or it would take on more water than it did before, and maybe that was a cause. And I guess that might have been 30k out of Kimber, and we drove the 30k and it was okay.
Fluctuated a little bit though, like.
Yeah, it wasn't
Maybe.
100%. It wasn't what we normally. It's always perfect, and it wasn't perfect.
It was on sort of half, wasn't it? Half to a little bit under.
Yeah.
Needle width under.
And long story short, we filled up with fuel and we decided that we not risk it. We'll stay here. It's Sunday today, so we'll stay here. We'll go and see the local mechanic tomorrow morning. He can see, maybe I've got hoses, I've got all that stuff in there that I need in case we need them, and we don't know what it is. One thing I have checked is the oil. There's no water in the oil, so it's not the head gasket. So I'm hoping that's the case. So we'll wait and see, but we'll see in the morning, and hopefully it hasn't put a bit of a, as we were saying, like, it's not the end of the world for us. We can just we'll sort it out one way or another. We're going to sort this out one way or another. So
Yeah.
we're not too stressed about it, but at the time it was a bit stressful. But after seeing reason and making, sort of like sometimes you have to sort of assess the situation, and you understand that panicking doesn't resolve anything. And so we're here now. We're here.
Bloody should have posted. I should have got some footage.
Yeah. So we're here at Kimber now. It's a beautiful spot. Anyway, so that's about the update for today, and we'll probably post another video tomorrow letting you know the results of that, whether we're here. We might be here for a few more days yet, we might need some parts that we can't get because, but anyway, we'll wait and see what happens. But anyway,
Keep you posted.
we'll keep you posted. Thanks.
Ciao.